Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Dave Dombrowski. Harrison Bader has signed a 2-year, $20.5 million contract with the San Francisco Giants. Before I get into my Dave rant, just want to say thank you to Harrison Bader. Genuinely, the energy he brought to this city, to this team, was something I've never felt before. It rivals Bryce Harper, and it might have exceeded that. The way he just came into the clubhouse, just in a way, just trying to fit in, the respect he had for Schwarber, Harper, Turner, all those players, and the way he talked to the media, man, just a great dude overall, and a winner, a damn winner. What has Philadelphia not had? Winners, because we haven't won anything. And he got hurt in game 1 in the NLDS, and then we lost that series. So it's just baffling to me that Dave doesn't see that and bring a guy like that back. He decides to go the Adolis Garcia route. Got my damn timer going, dude. I'm all over the freaking place. But yeah, let's get into the contract, because the contract's unreal to where we couldn't pay that. Are you kidding me? 2 years, $20.5 million. When they signed Adolis Garcia, I said it's a good move if you bring back Bader. Now that move sucks. It freaking sucks, because it was 1 year's $10 million, right? So you're telling me Dave Dombrowski and John Middleton couldn't do that times 2 for Harrison Bader? And it's not just the stats or whatever. It's what he brought to the team. The 2025 Phils had something different. They had it. It was burn the boats. It was let's finally get the job done. And unfortunately, Harrison Bader got injured. Once he got injured, the entire series changed. How can you not recognize that as president of baseball operations? To where, I get it. He's probably never going to have the year he had last year. That was the best we'll probably ever see of Harrison Bader. But you're telling me, at worst, he's a Gold Glove center fielder that galvanizes the troops, galvanizes the boys. He's one of the boys. He's a Philadelphia Philly. There's your $10 million right there for a year, and then you put that in Adolis Garcia? What are we talking about that we can't afford that? Like, it's just unfreaking real. And then the outfield mix. Garcia. We have no idea who he is. He sucked the last 2 years. Like I said, I don't want to bash Adolis Garcia because I think he's going to have a bounce back year, and I am excited for what he's going to do with the Phillies. But again and again and again, it's under the notion that Harrison Bader is coming back. But he's a huge question mark, because if he struggles, who do you got? Gabriel Rincones Jr., and I like Rincones Jr. He has proved nothing at the big league level because he's never been there. And let's go to center field. Justin Crawford has proved nothing because he hasn't been there. So you're telling me you have a chance to win a World Series, and you're putting your faith in 2 out of your 3 outfield spots in Justin Crawford, a 22-year-old who's never seen the big leagues, and Adolis Garcia, who has been terrible with the bat the last 2 years, over Harrison Bader. And then left field, cool. I like Brandon Marsh. I like Otto Kemp. I think left field's going to be just fine. But what are we doing? Why are we doing this to ourselves? It's like, I'm not the guy that's going to come on here and just rant and rant and rant, because I don't like doing that, because it's like clickbaity. It's all that crap. Dave Dombrowski has given me reason to do that over and over and over again this offseason. He is incompetent. He needs to go. Preston Mattingly needs to become the president of baseball operations. And I also blame you, John Middleton, because you're putting your faith in the wrong guy with your money. And then if it was too much for you to handle, $10.5 million a year to give to Harrison Bader, you shouldn't be running the Phillies anymore. You should just sell the team, because apparently you can't afford that. And let's go into the other moves of why, if the money was a problem, you still could have made it work if you had some sense of competence. JT Realmuto. What the hell are we doing to give him 4 years, $45 million, a deal that could get up to $60 million with incentives? What are we doing? What are we doing? He had no market. He had no freaking market. So there's your money right there. Could have used for Harrison Bader. Who would the Phillies have wanted? Harrison Bader? JT. I guarantee you it's Harrison Bader, because JT's 35 years old. He's on the back end of his career, and he's not good anymore. He's good defensively, but I don't give a crap. If I got to hear one more damn thing about how good he is with the pitchers, Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, all dogs, I could be catching for them. They're still going to have success. So enough with the JT crap. And then, dude, Alec Boehm's back. Yes, dude, I cannot wait for him to ground out into a double play in the NLDS. And the next year we're going to be like, let's bring him back. Let's see if he can finally break into a 6'5" frame. Just trade Alec Bohm, dude. Just let Otto Kemp play third. Keep everyone. Keep Crawford. Keep Garcia. Keep Marsh. Have a fourth outfielder. Because here's the thing, guys. You're banking on Justin Crawford. You're banking on Adolis Garcia. What if one of them struggles? What the hell are you going to do? What the hell are you going to do? And it's back to the money. The money. It was $10.5 million that you couldn't cough up. John Middleton, if you're maxed out, cool. Do not let Dave Dombrowski spend your money the wrong way. You need to stop just saying, sure, Dave, sure, Dave, sure, Dave. I want Dave Dombrowski gone. I want him out of this city. He sucks. He's done nothing for us. He's got us to the playoffs off the backs of Matt Klentak. He inherited that. And he has not been able to identify talent and identify winners. Because Trey Turner, not a winner. Bryce Harper, I think he's a winner, but it's close. Kyle Schwarber, definitely a winner. But when you have a chance, when you make a move like that at the deadline, and it works out to perfection, to where we praised you for the move, and then you let him walk. You let him walk for $10.5 million. The only way I would have accepted this is if you went out and got a 3-year, $45 million deal, because that's overpaying for Harrison Bader. That is not what has happened. So it's just so frustrating because you finally had a guy that brought juice to the city. Everyone loved him. And after losing out on Bo Bichette, you could have rejuvenated the fans a little bit. Obviously, Bo Bichette and Harrison Bader are not in the same stratosphere. But if you would have brought him back, the fans would have been excited. Now we have to bank on a Adolis Garcia bounce back. You're putting so much pressure on Justin Crawford to where if he struggles, what's the first thing that's going to come out of Philadelphia Phillies fans' mouths? Well, you could have had Bader. And everyone says, oh, it was a one-year deal. It was he caught lightning in a can. He made a swing adjustment. He started pulling the ball. He made a swing approach in Minnesota. It's not like he just had a good year. There was an A-B correlation. And the fact that our president of baseball operations simply couldn't see that is inexcusable. It's a fireable offense. And I know everyone in the comments can be like, this dude's crashing out over Harrison Bader. Like, he has no idea what he's talking about. I know baseball, dude. I know when a guy fits the clubhouse. I know a winner when I see one. Who would you rather have at the plate in a big situation? Harrison Bader or Trey Turner? 100 out of 100 times I'm taking Harrison Bader because Trey Turner doesn't have the balls. He doesn't have the it factor. He's going to hit you 300. He's going to play good defense. He's one of the best shortstops in the league until it matters. I like playoff risers. I don't like playoff folders. Trey Turner's a playoff folder. Harrison Bader's a playoff riser. And it's for $10.5 million, dude. I'm just going to keep saying it. $10.5 million. You really couldn't afford that? John Middleton? But this is mainly on Dave Dombrowski. I'm done on him. I hate that I feel like this going into the 2026 season. I'm a hopeful Phillies fan, but Dave Dombrowski has shattered the Philadelphia Phillies' belief going to the season. You think CBP is going to be packed? Opening day it will. Saturdays in July it will. But it's not going to be the same juice. And you had the opportunity for $10.5 million to bring some life back into the city. Pitchers and catchers report in I think like a week or so, or 10 days. I don't know, dude. I'm all over the freaking place. Dave Dombrowski going to make me have to go up on my Zins freaking thing. I'm on 3 milligrams now. Now I'm going to have to go to 6. I'm going to have to go to 9, dude. And that is your fault, Dave Dombrowski. So it's just so frustrating. I don't want to keep going on a rant because I could talk for hours, but this is a failure on Dave Dombrowski, the Phillies organization. I hope this is his last year as president of baseball operations. I hope Preston Mattingly comes in and actually is able to identify talent and not just talent, winners, because the Phillies have failed in October year after year after year. And what is the same denominator? They keep bringing back the same damn players every single year, and you think something's going to change. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Alec Bohm's going to be your cleanup hitter. Again. And you think, he'll fix it at the deadline. We have no prospects to trade at the deadline. Painter's going to be starting the year in the rotation. Crawford's going to be playing center field. Adam Miller's going to be up. You will have no trade capital to improve your ball club at the trade deadline like you did last year because you don't know how to build, Dave. You really don't know how to build. We're 21st ranked in the farm system, and we're probably going to go down back to 30th. And you're competing with the Dodgers. You're competing with the Mets. The Mets are now the favorites in the NL East, and that's on you, Dave Dombrowski. And it's just so infuriating, so frustrating. Let me know your guys' thoughts of the Harrison Bader thing. I get it. This might be seen as an overreaction, but this is really a culmination of not only this offseason, but the last 3 years of what Dave Dombrowski has provided to this fan base, and it's been utter crap. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Baseball for Maniacs. I'm sorry I didn't do the intro, but some episodes are different than others. Me and Ryan are going to come back with an episode tonight. We are going to be doing like an all-time lineup, like a draft. Like I'm going to draft the best players that I think he's going to draft the best players of all time. We're going to combine them, let you guys decide. But let me know your thoughts in the comments of what you think of Harrison Bader going to the San Francisco Giants.